Good morning, cyber golfers. I want to share another video with you today. So I'm going to go ahead and do a little warm-up session on the SKyTrak driving range. I'll just pick one that you guys probably haven't seen yet. Just get a little bit of a warm-up, and then I'll go right into a gameplay from a SKyTrak course. Once we're done with that SKyTrak course play, I'm going to stop this video, probably upload it later this evening, and then I'm going to play my 2 rounds of Simulator Golf Tour rounds. I am going to record the 2 rounds from the Web Auto Putt series. So this is the one where the distance is further back than the Forward Auto Putt series. The Forward Auto Putt series is played from the red tees. I believe the Web Auto Putt Tour is actually played from the blue tees. So I'm going to record those for you today, upload those, and then I'll post my score on Monday after the tournament has concluded. But I did already complete the Forward Auto Putt Tour. I think the last time I checked, I was sitting in 16th place. I can't remember what my score was, but I'll follow up with you guys on Monday with a, how did I do on the tournament kind of video. So let's go ahead and get warmed up. I'm going to choose probably just a different range today. I think I'm going to choose the long distance driving range just because it's basically hosted like under the lights. So it's a nighttime type driving range. The focus basically here was if you have your driver out, you can just sit here and pretty much just see how far you can smash the ball. But we're going to just use it as a warm-up range. So we're going to go ahead and just take our traditional pitching wedge just to get started. Not going to be playing with the Roxor control box today. Did give that a little demo. It was great. It was fun. I enjoyed it. But I do like to have the keyboard, video, and mouse function 100% when I'm playing Simulator Golf Tour rounds. In case I have to make some minor adjustments, I just like the detail, the granularity of the mouse and the keyboard. Plus, what I've noticed is if I hook my Roxor box up to this little remote KVM, it seems to have like an I/O conflict, because if you think about it, I have a keyboard, video, and mouse hooked up on this end. I have a keyboard, video, and mouse hooked up on my actual source end, and then I'm adding 1/3 type of input device that is basically another keyboard, and I think that all conflicts and it causes a problem. So in order to get that Roxor box to work out here, I have to disconnect my keyboard from this remote box, and everything kind of goes and starts working. But let's go ahead and get started. Just take a couple of practice swings here. Did play a round of golf yesterday at Timber Creek. Played with one of my golf buddies, the guy who actually did the logo for me. Played around there, and we were actually paired up with a single player. So this guy's name was Devin. We just met him out there on the course. He was a really great guy to play with. Very, very fun. He played around the same level that we all play at, so we moved pretty quickly through that golf course. But anyway, Devin, thank you for subscribing yesterday. I hope you follow me through this Simulator Golf Tour, and more importantly, you had a few questions that I thought I was able to answer for you there on the course, but I do look forward to sharing more information on my Cyber Golf U playlist, and hopefully it answers more of the questions that you might have didn't think to ask me then, but again, I'm just here to help you guys out. So let's go ahead and get warmed up, and then we'll play a round inside the SKyTrak courseware. Pitching wedge, we are looking to start off with a nice little 100-yard shot, hopefully. Right down the middle would be great, and that's going to set the tone for the day. So let's get started. Pitching wedge, first shot of the day. Felt great. Let's see what it did. Okay, I'm happy with that right off the bat. Pretty much just a few inches offline, hit our 100-yard mark exactly. So hopefully that's an indicator of the day we're going to have today. So let's take a few more swings with the pitching wedge, probably a few more with the 9, maybe the 8, and then maybe a 7, and then we'll get a round started. Hit that a little fat, but again, happy with the contact. Got our little draw shape there. Still met our 90-yard plus with the pitching wedge. This, when I'm warmed up, is my 112 to 120 club. So you guys can see that obviously everything, we're cold right now. Still got to get our swing speed up. make that flush contact to get those distances, and then really just work on the draw shape. So that'll start to come as I warm up a little more. That's going to have a little bit of a fade to it, I believe. Yep, slightly off to the right, but not too far offline, so that's not too bad. Yesterday when I was playing at Timber Creek, I did notice that all the work that I've put in here in the simulator has really translated out to the real course. I was making really nice contact with my 3-wood. You guys know that I use that as my driver. I don't use the driver just yet. I was hitting my 200-yard plus marks with that. I was taking it really clean off the fairway on those long par 5s. So very, 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 very pleased with the results. That's a nice shot. But even my irons, I was making really good contact with my irons. I noticed that in here, I just focus on lining up correctly, knowing that I have this dotted line in my head of where I'm aiming. So I don't focus so much on looking at the target. I just line it up from the beginning, and I've noticed that I was hitting my mark pretty much every single time out there because I'm taking the whole flag out of the equation. I just get my line started right. I try to mimic what I'm doing here on the screen, and that translated into a good round of golf yesterday. I did leave some bogeys and some double bogeys, even a triple out there. I think I got a quad too because I landed in the water. So it was a great day. Could have been better, could have shot a lower score. I think I finished with the 91, but just like in my simulator golf rounds that I play for you guys, I really do try not to take mulligans because I want to see how I'm doing. And mulligans are great if you just want to have a low round, but I really played without mulligans yesterday, and it was great. It was great. So let's go ahead and take a few more shots here. Really happy with this right off the bat. So I'm going to hit one more, and then we're going to move over to the 9-iron. Yeah, that's perfect right there, right on the dotted line, right down. You could see my heat map, the dispersion, and the little mini map to the right. It's pretty concentrated. It's not severe left or right. So that's exactly what we want. That's the kind of day we want today when we play our 2 rounds of simulator golf in the tour. And that'll do it for me. That should have a little bit of a draw to it. Yep, sure does. So we're going to go ahead and move on to the 9-iron. That did reach closer to the range I would expect from the pitching wedge. So again, just getting warmed up here. Let's go ahead and move to the 9-iron. Expecting this one to go that probably 115 to 120. But if I catch it pure and I'm loose enough right now, we might get that 124 range right off the bat. So let's see what we have here. 9-iron. Great contact right off the bat. Nice little, got a little fade to it, but that's okay. And yep, we're in that 115. It's just what I was looking for. That was a 110 carry. So again, that'll get better as we warm up some more. It's a nice cool day here in Texas, by the way. So 70 degrees here in the simulator garage. Cool front did blow through last night. So we did get our round of golf in before the rains came, which was great. Hit that one a little thin, did pull it across my body. But again, happy with the distance. It's not too far off. There's the 113. Let me see if I can catch this one pure now, and then let's get that true distance out of it. If you look at my club path, I came out to in. We want more of an in to out trajectory or shot shape, so more from the inside out. That's going to give us more distance, and that's going to create that draw shot. So let's try that, make sure we're focusing on shot shape. Let's go inside out. I think I pulled it a little bit, but I think that's the right shot shape. A little bit of a cut. Started it out to the right. Curious to see that club path. You can see I straightened it up some more. So the pink line there is basically the club path, and then the blue line looks like a target. That's actually my face at contact. So I started to square it up. It's a lot better shot shape, and that went that 119 range. So dialing it in. See if we can make that a little more cleaner. That's a good one right there. There's the cut. I saw it draw slightly back to the center after it took off. 117, 118. We'll hit one more and then we'll get a round started. What I did notice though is if I play, again, I might have mentioned this the last time, if I play a round or two of golf before I play in the simulator golf tour, my results seem to be a lot better. So I'm gonna see if that theory holds today by playing this opening round on a SKyTrak course and then going into my simulator golf tour round. It's a good one. It's going to go out to the right though. I think I left my club face slightly open. The guy that we met yesterday, his name was Devin. He was explaining that he had the Rapsodo MLM2 Pro launch monitor. That's the first one I actually had, and ironically, that's the launch monitor that my buddy I was playing with yesterday, he bought that from me. So it's still technically in the in our little family here, our Golf Bro family. But I was just talking to him about the MLM2 Pro, how it is a great launch monitor, especially if you're just starting off. It has some really cool features with high-speed cameras that show your club face at impact, zoomed in, so you know exactly where you hit it on the club face. It shows a replay, like I'm having to record this, but it shows that replay as well behind you. And then it just keeps all your stuff in a nice little CSV or spreadsheet format that you can analyze later. The one caveat that I told Devin that I did not really, that I wished was better was the chipping, especially on the, there's my 122 number, especially on the short chips. So the MLM2 Pro, when you're doing little bitty short chips, something like that, it just has a difficult time sometimes reading it. And that was the only like negative thing I had. And I tried all kinds of things, but I did notice that. And when I do play simulator golf, rounds, I'd like to be as accurate as possible, especially for those little delicate chips around the green. And that's the only thing that, made me really kind of go to the SKyTrak. And the SKyTrak's one of the launch monitors that I have always wanted from the very beginning, but I just wanted to dabble at first. That's why the MLM2 Pro made it into my list. And then it ultimately decided on this SKyTrak, which I am so pleased with. Okay, I'm really happy with this contact. That might actually flare out slightly, but again, the 9-iron's pretty much dialing in slowly. The other thing that I can do with the SKyTrak, which I'll play around likely tomorrow, just probably 3 or 6 holes from a course, is I'll play the round where I actually will putt so you guys can see the putting capabilities of the SKyTrak. It's pretty good, but in my opinion, GS Pro has a better tracking system for putting than the SKyTrak courses. But I have noticed that the SKyTrak course putting is getting a lot better. One last one with the 9-iron. Awesome. That's a good one right there. Awesome. So 111. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Let's go ahead and hit a couple of 8s. I think I got about five balls left here on my hitting mat. So I'll go ahead and hit these last 5, 6 with the 8-iron, and then we'll stop this session, and then I'll start up a brand new one that's actually going to be the course gameplay. So this little warm-up / rambling is going to go into my Jabba-Woppin' playlist for today. Just going to label it simulator golf tour warm-up session. If you guys want to kind of correlate this to what other videos it aligns with. All right, we're going to take this 8-iron. Expect this to go 129, 130-ish. If we catch it clean, we should get that 140 type rollout. Caught it a little bit fat, pulled it across my body. But again, I'm really happy with, I'm staying near that center line. And there's my 129 yardage. So I'm not mad at that. That's pretty good. That's pretty good right there. And I didn't even make really good contact. You can see my out to in swing path. So not in to out, which is what we want to be doing. So let's try to correct that a little bit. That's a good one right there. Started it more off to the to the right. I think my club face was open, but I did make good contact. You can see that from the distance. Got that 138 type range. Rollouts in that, yeah, all good. Let's go ahead and take another swing, see if we can bring it closer. The swing path is pretty good too. Just had my face open a little bit. Hit that a little bit fat, but again, happy with the contact. The swing direction did open up a little bit because I did hit the ground, so it made my face open up. But there's my 130 number with the 8-iron. If I can hit that consistently, then we'll be good. The dispersion's a little bit not to my liking, but I can clean that up as we warm up some more. Okay, we'll take one last little swing at this with the 8-iron. Make good contact. That's the one. All right, that's a good one to finish on right there. 137. I brought this ball all the way back off of the back of the wall. That was some good backspin, right? Alrighty, so that's going to do it today for the warm-up session. Thank you guys for following. Look forward to uploading this next SKyTrak course play that I'm going to do here in a few minutes. And then also look forward to putting my rounds 1 and rounds 2 of the Web Auto Putt Simulator Golf Tour later this afternoon. So thank you guys again for watching. Look forward to seeing you in a few streams here today. Thanks a lot.